Howdy y'all, welcome back. Today is just going to be another brief video where I just want to share about 80 or so unique images with you, and these images are going to be ones that really stood out to me, and I'm going to try and keep you on my train of thought here, but this video is more about the photographs themselves than the current narrative. If you'd like to discuss the current narrative in the comments, feel free to, because I always like to hear what you have to say. But mainly the focus on this video is going to be sharing these images with you. Now, what really catches my eye about the oldest construction and about the lowest layers or the lowest level in a lot of these old world buildings, and really when we look at the different monuments, if you want to call them that, found all throughout the ancient world, we have this stonework that is really without mortar or without anything holding it in place. These are just megalithic or massive stones placed on top of one another with a perfect seamless fit that really are unexplainable, or the ways that explain this construction are debated, meaning that scientists cannot agree one way or another exactly how these are built. And this goes hand in hand with the pyramids and different things like that, but this massive stonework really seems to echo the lowest layers that we find throughout England, Ireland, and all throughout Europe when we look below the surface in different old world buildings, including cathedrals and things of that nature. Now, what stands out to me is just how perfect these are constructed, and looking into these images, I just wanted to share them with you, but it led me to the land of Cuba, and I didn't expect to find myself here. But looking through the different ruins in Cuba and then looking into the different major cities of Cuba, I found some really unique and awesome images that show just how old world this island really is, and some of these megalithic old world architecture projects that seem to date from before really human history was recorded can be found on the Cuban island. So I just wanted to share these images with you, about 80 or so unique images of old world Cuba. As you can see, the island of Cuba is very important, and it has a history that stretches back almost further than we can imagine. I look at a lot of these megalithic stone structures and the way that the cities in Cuba are laid out, and the ancient star forts and things of that nature. And I always wonder if we can really trust the history, and if we can really trust that different European nations came in, laid claim to this area, destroyed this area multiple times, and then rebuilt it in their own images, or if possibly many of these ancient megalithic stone structures that can be found throughout Cuba could also make their way into the cities, and maybe the cities themselves are sitting on top of old ancient ruins. Now, that's just food for thought, but either way, I found these images very interesting and I wanted to share them with you. I also wanted to point out just how fascinating it is about this stonework that is really seamless. You can't fit a paper in between these megalithic stones that we can't even really truly figure out how we got them into place, let alone cut them into perfect shape. And we find these ruins all throughout the world. So if you have anything to add about that topic, let me know in the comment section down below. If you have anything about Cuba or the current narrative, or any specific buildings that you saw or would like to discuss, let me know in the comments down below. If you're from Cuba yourself and you have anything to add, let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear what you think about this video and these amazing buildings and the wonderful architecture all throughout this beautiful island. And in conclusion, I just want to say thank you so much for being here, and I will talk to you very soon on the next video.